Oh no, not again.
It's time.
It can't be done.
It's time, baby. Erin's Night Out. 18th annual Erin's Night Out. Can you believe it's been that long?
Yes, I can.
18th annual. Oh, yeah. All the girls are getting back together. It's October. It's going to be Saturday, October 20th at the Salt Lake City Radisson downtown. We have your tickets. Now, all you have to do is be one of the first 25 girls to like, comment on the show today, and then share it. And I will be notifying you about getting your 4-pack of tickets. It's just that simple. You can't buy them. You can only win them.
2,000 women all in the same place.
It's awesome.
I get hugged a lot, so I shouldn't be bitching,
It's
should I?
good for you. I know,
should,
really?
Right?
I know, hello.
I know.
Okay, now explain the thing with the tomatoes. Zoe and I
You
were
will
out
be-
there today, and
you'll
we were
be so
like
proud.
grazing like cattle.
You will be so proud of me.
What do you mean?
I'm being proactive. Usually I'm a victim of circumstance. This time, so here's the deal. We didn't have a garden. We have more light than we ever did, and now I planted a garden, a raised bed, and I put it out front. And it looks actually pretty. It looks
We
like
have 2 monstrous tomato plants. They're baby tomatoes because Zoe and I hate the big gushy ones.
you don't know what you're talking
But these
about.
are like monstrous
There's 4
plants.
tomato plants, and there's
Oh, what? Tell me they're so
yellows
big?
and reds, and yellow and red. And the reason I do little tomatoes is because I just think it's too much of a commitment to grow big ones and just wait for that one to get red, and then a deer comes and eats it, or some kid eats it
yeah.
and takes it, and then
The betrayal.
your soul is broken.
You're the betrayal.
So instead, I plant the little ones, make cherry tomatoes, and there's thousands of them.
I know, it's very exciting.
And they're coming on. So this is like preliminary work that I've done. Now, here I go. I'm going to start a fight. First of all, I'm a non-canner, which means I
I know,
haven't...
you've never done this.
I haven't learned. I can pickle, but I haven't learned how to can. I do pickles in the fridge, not in the cans.
And no, don't look at me. You already know I don't know how to
So I thought to myself, your mom does. So I thought to myself, I bet you I can freeze them. And then I looked it up and I got other information from Facebook. And so this is the process I decided to do. Now, number 1 is that you blanch them, which means you take the cherry tomatoes and you put them in the boiling water for 60 seconds. You take
Just
them
60
up
seconds?
and you put them in a cold bath.
Okay.
And then you get them cold and stuff. And then you dry them off, and I vacuum sealed them.
Does that keep like the firmness and the color and stuff?
No, the firmness is totally gone.
Oh, okay.
So it's for sauces and for stews and stuff like that. But it has the same flavor, which you cannot buy during the off season in a tomato.
This is true.
All right, and then
It's a thing.
the other method that I have been researching is you just simply freeze them. And I used, as you can see, I used a muffin tin, and I put them in there, put them in the freezer, froze them, and vacuum sealed them again, so that I have a test.
So we need to know which ones are going to last the longest.
Which ones are going to have the most flavor? So
Okay.
these are just the frozen ones.
Oh, that's just plain frozen?
Yeah, and if you notice, I didn't vacuum seal them all the way. I didn't like suck all the air because I didn't want to crush them.
Thank
and
you.
then these are the ones, so the skins are falling off. So those are the ones
They
that,
definitely look gushier to me.
but they're going to be gushy in a stew or something.
Yeah, I
So anyway,
guess.
there it is. We'll find out which ones are the best because, like I said, this is like 3 minutes of picking, and we haven't hit.
We haven't even hit
Not even close.
the moment, the big moment of everything
And
red.
we'll just be eating them like this, and it's like I
know.
can't keep up, and now I can keep up. So anyway,
Look at
that's
you.
what
You're
I
just
did.
being all like,
Proactive.
I know, Mr. Plan Ahead.
It's
here.
exhausting, by the way. All right, coming up.
You know what all of our mothers went through.
I know,
Not
right?
me, because once again, I'm not going to do
Pioneers,
it.
you've been dead pioneer.
Yeah. All right.
Coming up, a local story. Tesla, how's it doing?
Well, you may remember, of course, the story of the woman who was texting on her phone in her
Wait,
Tesla.
well, you don't want to tell the story, do you?
Okay, it's coming up next.
Yeah.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
Thanks very much, Lindy, on Facebook. She said you didn't say what your show is called.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
Okay.
That probably would have been helpful. It's almost like
Yeah.
we've never done any of this before.
All right, so Tesla, on our drive back from Burning Man, we did see...
Pretty.
We saw these, a Tesla driving, and we saw a Tesla charging station in Wendover, not East Wendover, West Wendover.
Where all the fun things happen that are sinful.
The best Wendover.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
But no one was parked there. But they have them, the charging stations.
Okay, well, when Elon Musk came out with the Tesla and the self-driving part of it, I think he made it pretty clear this is a beta. This is the beginning of a program. This is not like you just sit there and like take a nap and your car drives.
Oh, won't that be great,
I mean,
though?
there are some elements of auto drive feature, and I know people can engage them, but I guess it never occurred to me that people would actually think, well, it's done now.
You know what the future is of this? The future is that the driver's seat and the passenger seat turn around. And now you're facing the people in the back.
It's like an RV.
And you have a table
like
and
the
stuff.
Big old RVs.
And you're just driving, and everybody takes a nap or they play cards or whatever, which will be great. But you have to, at this time, have your hands ready, and it will tell you, take control of the car. And you grab the wheel, and your feet are hopefully close to the pedals.
It's called the vehicle's semi-autonomous function. Semi-autonomous function. Semi.
Right.
Well, so here's the deal. Heather Lomach is alleging in a lawsuit that the Tesla salespeople told her that her car's autopilot mode would stop all on its own and she didn't have to worry about it. She said that if something was in the way, they wouldn't have to worry. So Heather, as you may recall, smashed into the back of a fire truck when she was texting on her phone and looked up to find that she smashed into a fire truck going about 60 miles an hour.
Which hurts.
So now, of course, she's suing them, saying that they lied to her and that they told her it would do everything on its own.
But in something like this, they would check certain records, wouldn't they? They would check like her phone records if she was active during the time on her phone.
I think that was a given that she was texting on the phone. I mean, it was already there. It was already clear. I don't know if she admitted it or they found it, but I'm not going to say anything.
You know what I'm going to miss?
I'm not going to say anything.
You know what I'm going to miss on Facebook?
What?
I'm going to miss all the reveals of where kids are going to their missions because...
oh, I know. It's a thing now. It's like a big party thing.
I can't stop watching them. And by the way, they're drawn out way too long. I'm just going to say that as kind of a producing kind of element.
This is an 18-year-old kid. He's going to drag his friends through the sucker as long as he can on YouTube.
This is not like a bake-off or a reality show. It's like, who's leaving? And it's like, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. It's like, get down to it. But now, because I saw, you explained to me, they get the envelope.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I remember with my brother, the envelope finally came to the house, and this is after he'd done all the interviews and blah, blah, blah.
What's a thick and thin thing? You told me a thick and thin thing.
Oh, no, that's for college applications.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry.
But in any case, and then he opens it up and he goes, oh, I'm going here.
Right.
Kelly, to Missouri.
Right. And everybody cheers.
And you're like, that's great. But now it's blown up into this huge party thing, man.
Right,
and they got the big reveal and it's all taped.
And there's a nervous kid standing by a fireplace.
Now, for me, this is actually wonderful because I'm totally ADD and I don't want to wait for anything.
No, you wouldn't.
New technology has made my life complete because I don't have to wait for almost anything. And if your kids are like that and they're waiting for their mission call and they're going nuts, you know, traditionally it's 2 or 3 weeks after you finish up all the requirements and the meetings and, you know, all the discussions.
So the reason that I'm going to be disappointed is because I'm not going to see them in the same way in front of the funny fireplace.
Oh, I think this is pretty cool.
Because all it is 2018.
By the end of 2018, all missionaries worldwide will have to rely on the internet access to receive their mission call. You're going to get the email. I mean, it's pretty cool. Elder Brent H. Nielsen's the executive director of the missionary department, and he goes, technology's here. It's easy to do. Kids were waiting for 3 weeks. Boom, we got it.
I have a question.
He didn't say the boom part. I added that.
I have a question. Mm-hmm. The question is, can you decide who the email goes to? Because you don't want to be sitting around in your underwear, you know, in your room playing, you know, video games, and all of a sudden it pops up in your screen, and you look over and you go, oh, I'm going to Des Moines.
Well, you know what's funny is it can also come as a text on your phone.
Oh, see, that's not
And Jaden
good.
Johnson, it was so sad. He was at work.
Right.
And
no, this is wrong.
And God bless this kid. He was at work and he heard the ding on his phone.
No.
But he worked, so he couldn't pick it up. So his whole shift, he's sitting here like this, and he can't go near his phone knowing that his call is right there. No, I think it's cool. It's this is new technology.
I want the reveals. I'm sorry, I'm a little old-fashioned. It's like send it to the mom, right? Because she
understands decorum, and she would
she's
know
responsible.
She would tell her son or daughter to put their pants on before they came out and got their mission.
Exactly, and so the boy or the girl They stand there in front of the funky fireplace, and they have their phone, and Mom slowly types in the city and texts it to her. Guess. T-E-T-E. Can you guess?
You know what? I would murder someone who directed out like that for me. I would seize the phone.
Trenton, Ohio. You're going. See you, bye.
I would push them down.
So
That's so mean.
Okay.
In any case, so it's a text or an email now. Have fun. Good luck. It's going to be quick. I'm happy for you.
Another story about what's dirtier than a toilet seat. When I finish this,
These traumatize me every time because I'm so unaware of them until you tell me, and then I can't even function.
after I'm this, you would feel comfortable serving hors d'oeuvres on a toilet seat.
Tell me.
Where do people gather?
They
Where do you wait in line for security?
No, like traveling, like mass transportation.
Oh, like airports.
Like an airport where all the world
UK's
goes
University.
across each other.
Touch and rub.
No, it's essentially like being in first grade again, yeah.
UK's University of Nottingham and the Finnish National Institute of Health did a study. And they found out what the dirtiest place is. Now, a lot of people say in the hotels it's the remote because no one ever cleans the remote.
And the bedspread.
And
Don't black like
don't
the
use
bedspread.
bedspread.
Actually, if you've noticed in most hotels now, they'll have a sheet, then they put the blanket, and then they put another sheet on top of it.
Why? Because
'Cause
they
that-
know they're
Because
dirty.
you can just whip both the sheets off and redo it.
All right, so
Tell me.
basically they started grading. They went to Helsinki, to the airport there in Finland. And this is in the winter of 2016. Now, germaphobes, look away, turn the volume down or whatever, because this is going to hurt you.
How bad is this?
They found evidence. They found evidence of viruses on 10% of all the surfaces they tested.
So 1 out of 10 times you're touching something just swirling with a pathogen.
A cold, a
Okay.
virus,
Okay.
and worse.
Tell me more.
Handrails,
No, that's a given.
shop payment terminal areas, staircase railings, passport check-in counters, children's play area,
Sure.
and the worst one, evidence of rhinovirus.
What's rhinovirus?
It's a thing with a horn, and it hurts. The number one thing they found disgusting. Those bins.
Which bin? Oh, the ones that you stick all your stuff in? Like your shoes and your laptop and everything?
Because right, you're like, oh, I got past checkpoint. I'm legal. I get to go take all your clothes off, throw your money in there and stuff, and then grab those handles
Yeah.
and push it through. What do you do on the other side? You
Grab it again.
those handles. You get your fingers underneath there.
And all the money and all the germs
And then
are
you
sprinkling.
scrape that stuff off the bottom out of the slush and the slime. You put it back in your pockets, and now your hands are a lethal weapon. Now, you can carry hand sanitizer.
Don't touch me. Just even the vision. Don't touch me.
But you can't carry more than 4 ounces of it. I would be drinking it.
That is horrible. You're right.
Right? So the
There
recommendation
can't
is
be enough to save you.
there cannot. At the end where you put your shoes on, there should be a shower of hand sanitizer, body sanitizer.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Or just wear a hazmat suit, but that'd be great. So that's where they found in airports, in this Helsinki one, that's where they found the dirtiest areas, and they swabbed a bunch of different areas.
That's
The
disgusting.
handrail, right? The handrail
Yeah.
on the walking sidewalk. Ew.
Don't touch me, you freak. Oh, all right. Coming up next. Coming up next is Tell Me Something Good. We have an amazing story for you, and also how you can win a $100 gift card by going to our brand new Facebook page, Tell Me Something Good.
That's kind
And right now I'm going to throttle my husband, so just look away.
of,
So you can't testify in court.
help me.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
Tell me something good.
This is pretty good. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right, first of all, we want you to go to our new Facebook page, Tell Me Something Good. It was started because everyone kept saying, I need a lift. People were saying that this was like the part of the show they really liked because there's so much grossness now on social media. They just wanted to be happy for 5 seconds.
Right. This is a place you can go that you don't have to worry about.
You're happy all the time. And, of course, because money always makes me happy, we're giving away $100 Target gift cards.
Plus, you're sharing your stories, which is actually really other people are commenting on.
Yes, and it's wonderful.
Tell me something good. Tell me something good. You know, you quit smoking. I don't care. You got a new job. You
There's
helped.
been beautiful ones, like a woman who found out that her son's organs had gone to a double organ recipient and she'd had a chance to meet her. I mean, incredible
Great
stories.
stuff.
So all we want
Great
you to
stuff.
do is just stop by the page, like it, and then say something that makes you happy to enter, and then you're done. But the stories there are amazing.
Heads up. Stories usually start off tragic, but then turn.
Okay. Well, Jesse Whitten.
And don't make me cry this time.
Officer
People
Jesse
are always.
Whitten.
I'm already starting.
I know, I'm
Okay.
sorry. You know how police officers pretty much kind of know who comes and goes in the homeless community. People,
Right.
and Todd and I saw this a lot when we worked downtown. People stake out their spot. And,
Fifth West,
and
yeah.
a lot of the officers start knowing them by name and checking with them and saying, "Hey, you okay?"
Right. They
And-
actually know about their health situation
Yeah.
too, which I think is amazing. It's like, did you take your insulin? Have you gotten checked? Go to the clinic, stuff like that.
It was incredible. And this homeless woman, he would check on her throughout the year. He's from the Santa Rosa Police Department. And what was really sweet, though, is that she'd been struggling with a drug addiction, so he was trying to keep her spirits up, like, you can do this.
Right.
And he was taking his wife out for dinner one night, and they actually ran into this woman. And his wife, Ashley, noticed the woman was pregnant, so they kind of struck up a conversation about motherhood and how everything was. And Ashley was telling her a few stories about babies and things.
And she was still homeless.
Yeah.
And still doing drugs.
6 months later, the married couple got a phone call from the woman saying that she personally wanted them to adopt her unborn child. By then, she was in a shelter, and they jumped in and said, okay, we know where you are now, we can help. And they were there every day, they supported her.
Right.
And they said, are you sure? And she says, I want my daughter to have a chance at a normal life, and
Right,
she never
right.
will with me. So they accepted her request, and then another 3 months later, they officially adopted Harlow Maisie Whitten as their fourth child. And she had a lot of challenges to overcome because she was exposed to drugs in utero, but she's a beloved part of the family, and she's healthy and she's strong. And the officer was talking to the woman saying, you made this choice for her and we're so grateful. And the woman said, you're her mother now. That is the true love of a parent, that your child's
When you go to tell me
That your
something
child's
good on
well-being
Facebook,
is more important than anything else.
do it in the privacy of not maybe your cubicle at work, or have tissues ready, because you're my wife's a jerk.
I'm not a jerk.
All right.
So anyway,
All
thank you,
right.
Officer Jesse Whitten. You're very cool.
There is a movement, and you've probably heard about this. There is a movement nationally that I think we all need to throw ourselves behind. It hasn't been in the news because they've been burying it. It's about beavers.
What about beavers?
There is a movement right now going on in the United States of America to make beavers the official national mammal.
Oh, do we have a national mammal? I know
Yes,
have a
we
bird.
do.
So they would like to supplant the current national mammal with the beaver.
Guess what it is?
What is it?
I said guess, didn't I? What part of that didn't you understand?
Okay, so the
Every
movement.
every state probably should have at least one or two of them. I don't know. It's the bison.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because the thundering herds of bison across
And
the
that was
plains.
just done a few years ago. Thanks, Obama, for making the bison the national mammal.
Now, tell me about this beaver movement.
What do you know about beavers?
I know that they are fur-covered mammals that have excellent slappy tails and very sharp front teeth. And,
Right. And why would
they
they
create dens? They create beaver dens, and then when their kids are ready to move out,
Kits?
well, I don't know. Are they kids?
Kits.
Whatever it is once their offspring become juveniles and it's time for them to move out, they will help them build another beaver dam.
Right.
So the beavers will help each other out. It's
Right.
like sending your kid off to college.
And the beavers were really important in founding different parts of the country because the pelts were used and harvested, and they gave money to people, and then people started settling and things like that. And they also flood little valleys.
They can change the course of a river or a waterway.
Change fish
Sure.
and birds and frogs and
Sure.
all this stuff. Well, you know a lot about beavers.
I respect beavers.
I do too.
I know you do.
A lot.
I do. I know this.
Do you know that beavers build their own tunnels? I've showed you this. They build their own
This is true.
channels. They build their channels.
You've shown me beaver tunnels.
So then they can go and then cut down a tree and then put it in the channel, and then they can drag it easier to the thing. Do you know during the winter, when they swim, they blow bubbles, leaving a trail of where they should go to find where they need to go.
I did not know that.
I know. There's a lot to learn about beavers.
And, they really are mysterious creatures.
They
these
really
beavers.
are. So based on a book that was actually printed in 1989, this is 30 years later, suddenly the movement has taken a grip, and the beavers are back in the spotlight. And I think that's important. And people are starting to, you can't tell a girl from a boy beaver. It's really difficult.
It's a very thick fur covering.
There's a flap thing.
Don't tell me more about that. I don't need to know.
Okay.
Give them some privacy, those beavers.
So if you are interested in this,
Supporting the beaver movement.
please go online, do some research, and start a neighborhood group, maybe some at the office.
We're for the beavers.
We are.
Yeah.
So there you go. We've learned about tomatoes today. People on Facebook, may I personally, shut up. The tomato thing, I know you're going to have a lot of advice. Please go ahead and send it to me.
And once again, tickets for Erin's Night Out, our 18th annual on October 20th. You can get your 4-pack just by sharing the show today, dropping a comment. The first 25 girls get their tickets.
2,000 women in one place. Mm-hmm. Also, if you want to be a vendor, if you have a company or something that you want to get out to 2,000 women, maybe this is a good time for you to contact
And they are
us.
there all night. You'll have plenty of time.
Oh yeah, and they're crazy.
Just private messages on Facebook will tell you more.
All right, you guys have a great day.
Go Beavers!
I gotta put my maters back in the freezer.
You sound like my mother. It's kind of creepy.
Thank you. I love her.
I love her too. I just don't want my husband sounding like
That's
my mom.
why I'm her favorite. All right, you guys have a good day. Todd and Erin Daily Stream. Bye. Maters.
I'm very proud of you, though.
I am too, but the beaver thing, I want to talk more about that.
The beavers are a noble creature. I really feel like they need the support.